Welcome to Nan'pusha. I'm your host, Kasumi, and today we step into the shadows between memory and eternity to explore two visions of love that outlive the body. One rooted in Japanese no play, the other in the poetry of Dante. In Nishikigi, a man falls deeply in love. Each night, for 3 years, he silently places a painted bow outside a woman's home, a wordless proposal drawn from a local custom in Michinoku. But she never accepts it, and he dies unrequited. Later, a traveling monk learns of their story while resting at a small burial mound and offers a memorial service. In the stillness of night, the spirits of the man and woman return, not for judgment, but for remembrance. And for a brief moment, the life they never shared glimmers into being. A house appears, a ritual unfolds, and love, though never fulfilled, is quietly honored. As I read this story, I began to hear the echoes of another from across continents and centuries, Dante's Vita Nuova, where love, too, survives death, but instead of haunting memory, ascends to heaven. To understand why Nishikigi and Vita Nuova diverge so deeply, we must look beneath their stories, into the structures of belief that shaped them. Zeami's no was formed by medieval Japanese Buddhism. Here, life and death are not endpoints, but part of an endless cycle, samsara, governed by karma and attachment. There is no final judgment, only return, repetition, and release. A spirit lingers not because it is condemned, but because it cannot let go. In contrast, Dante's Christian world is linear and absolute. Each soul lives once, dies once, and is judged, destined for heaven, purgatory, or hell. Love is tested, desire is purified, and if rightly ordered, it becomes the ladder to God. When Beatrice dies in Vita Nuova, she does not return as a ghost bound to longing. She is transfigured. Dante's love through her becomes a pathway to salvation. But in Nishikigi, there is no salvation, only recollection. The spirits do not ascend, they reappear. They do not judge, they reenact. How do we express love when it is never returned? Nishikigi gives us two objects, a painted branch and narrow cloth. The branch, placed each night without a word, becomes a gesture of silent devotion. The cloth, woven by women, is said to be so narrow that its ends do not meet, a quiet metaphor for distance and incompletion. These symbols are fragile, impermanent. the materials of longing. In Dante's world, devotion is carried in language, poetry, sacred names, visionary light. Beatrice returns not with cloth or branch, but as celestial brilliance. Dante's metaphors are eternal, radiance, crystalline spheres, the rose of paradise. Where Nishikigi honors the ephemeral, Vita Nuova reaches for the everlasting. Zeami teaches us to find beauty in what fades. Mujo, Dante seeks what never fades, truth, justice, paradise. In their own spheres, each reveals a kind of beauty. Each offers a truth, softly shaped by its world. In the second half of Nishikigi, the monk's prayer opens a threshold. The burial mound becomes a house of light, not to summon judgment, but to offer space for memory. The woman, once silent, begins to chant. The man performs a dance of joy. The branch is accepted. The clothes, perhaps, touched. It is not resurrection, it is reenactment. Where Dante's heaven redeems, Zeami's world allows the dead to return, not to be absolved, but to be heard. No, it's not theater in the Western sense. It is a ritual of compassion, a stage where spirits take form for a fleeting moment before returning to the wind. As I prepare to attend the performance of Nishikigi this July, I carry both these visions with me. Dante's love ascends into eternal light. Zeami's become a shadow that flickers once more. One story climbs upward, the other circles gently back. But both remind us love does not vanish. It remains, in silence, in gesture, in form. Perhaps that is why they endure, because they do not offer finality. They offer presence. Even when love is unmet, something remains. A branch, a cloth, a mound, or a poem. Thank you for listening. Until next time. では、また。